Good morning. Rise up and shine. Well, it's fall. I think it's officially fall in Oklahoma. It was kind of chilly this morning, so Andy started the old chimenea for me, and I'm having my coffee, but yet the pool's still going in the fountain. So it's really a beautiful morning, and there's some unique birds out here today. I'm telling you, get out of bed and get outside. You know, I was thinking, I love this day in history. This day in history's no mystery. And history, why do we study history? You know, Andy and I agree that as we've gotten older, we so enjoy history and we wish we would have paid more attention. Sorry, Coach Payne, but we did not. And now we would love to hear about history and watch it on TV. Well, people want to change history. They want to take down statues and do things like that. You know what? Instead of destroying, you got to learn from what's happened in the past that's wrong. Learn from it. Don't get rid of it. Learn from it. Put up a new statue. Put up a statue. Erect something of joy. Quit trying to tear things apart. Andy just said today, Robert E. Lee, they're going to rip down that statue. Well, he didn't do the best things, but you know what? He was passionate about his cause. That's the thing. When people do things, right or wrong, they're a zealot. They're a zealot for their cause. So he felt like that was the right thing. It wasn't. But you know what? There's a lot of us that do things that we think are the right thing and for zealous reasons, but let's learn from that. My point is learn from it. Well, my son-in-law, Richard, he is such a good boy, and he is in the Navy. Y'all, he is amazing. Anyway, Richard, we were talking about something. I can't even remember what it was. And he's like, no, like the origin, like where did that start? And so I've been thinking about that a lot lately. It's because, you know, we like to know how something started. I can't remember what we were talking about, Richard, but he looked it up and told us all, and it was an enlightenment, and it was cool. This morning, I looked back. I've been kind of gone, and I didn't record while I was gone. I should have, and I didn't. I should have because I had all my grandchildren. We did family vacation, and it was bomb. But yesterday, on this day in history, the thing says in September 7, which is yesterday, the United States was nicknamed Uncle Sam. And I found this really interesting. Okay, Richard, so here we go. How did it begin? It gets its nickname, Uncle Sam. It's linked to Samuel Wilson, a meat packer from Troy, New York, who supplied barrels of beef to the United States during the War of 1812. Wilson stamped the barrels with U.S. for United States, but the soldiers began referring to the grub as Uncle Sam's. The local newspaper picked up on the story, and Uncle Sam eventually gained widespread acceptance as the nickname for the United States federal government. In the late 1860s and 1870s, political cartoonist Thomas Nast, he lived 1840 to 1902, began popularizing the image of Uncle Sam. Nast continued to evolve the image, eventually giving Sam the white beard and stars and stripes suit that are associated with the character today. The German-born Nast was also credited with creating the modern image of Santa Claus, as well as coming up with the donkey as a symbol for the Democratic Party and the elephant as a symbol for Republicans. Nast also famously lampooned the corruption of New York City's Tammany Hall in his editorial cartoons, and was in part responsible for the downfall of Tammany leaders William Tweed. I don't know anything about that. Gonna have to go down that rabbit hole. I'll ask my niece Mikey. She's a New Yorker. And Susan, they're New Yorkers. Perhaps the most famous image of Uncle Sam was created by created by artist James Montgomery Flagg. He lived 1877 to 1960. Woo, he had a good long life. In Flag's version, Uncle Sam wears a tall top hat, a blue jacket, and is pointing straight ahead at the viewer. During World War I, this portrait of Sam with the words, "I want you," for the U.S. Army, was used as a recruiting poster. The image, which became immensely popular, was first used on the cover of Leslie's Weekly, hi Leslie, in July of 1916 with the title, "What Are You Doing for Preparedness?" The poster was widely distributed and was subsequently has been reused numerous times with different captions. In 1961, the U.S. Congress recognized Samuel Wilson as the progenitor of America's national symbol of Uncle Sam. Wilson died at 87 in 1854 and was buried next to his wife, Betsy Mann, in the Oakwood Cemetery in Troy, New York, the town that calls itself the home of Uncle Sam. How cute is that? So, this caught my attention in reading that. July 1916 with the title, "What Are You Doing for Preparedness?" Ooh. Thank you, This Day in History. I love you. So, what are you doing for preparedness? That's a good question. What are you doing for preparedness? Are you preparing for your next career move? Are you preparing for dinner? Sometimes what are you doing for preparedness just means what are we having for dinner? And it's like, don't know, don't care. I don't know. Last night, that's how I felt. We had pot pies. Done and done. It's like, how many pot pies do you want? Because that's what we're having. So what are you doing for preparedness? What are you doing for preparedness for Jesus coming back? What are you doing? Are we living a life that's honoring to Him? Are we honoring our parents? You know, in honoring your parents, that doesn't mean just minding them when you're young. That means how you live. How you live as an adult. What are you doing for preparedness? That's a really good question. What are you doing for preparedness? Now, if I had a top hat on, wouldn't that be good? Long white beard. Good question. Ask yourself that today. What are you doing for preparedness? Also, what are you doing for preparedness? Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Shiona Landing, that's where we went. Lake Wapapella. If you've not been there, I'm telling you, get on your Pontiac and ride. Get on your horse, whatever you got to get on, and get there. So fun. So fun. Family Vacation 2021. That part, we've had a couple of get-togethers of all of us, and it was great. So anyway, love it. We're not done for the year. We're going to probably get together again because we love each other. So what are you doing for preparedness? That's my question today. Get prepared. And subscribe to this channel and tell your friends, all 5 of you. And what are you doing for preparedness? Well, it's funny. I'm prepared to stay warm. Andy started my fire for me. And he changed the pump in the pool because he knew I was going to want to swim. And as soon as Trent and Trista and Trey and Dre and Richard get back, we're going to all probably swim. We have to night swim. You know, so preparedness. He put a new pump. He put a new fuel, a new pump in the pool so he'd be ready to go. New little filter. That's it. He put a new filter in the pump. Because he's preparing for the party to continue. All right. Gas up your car today. That keeps you prepared to go down the road. Okay. Have a great day.